Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki. And today, I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable. And please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. I'm hot. What's up? Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty, bring you the latest and trending topics. Yes. We finally got the Diddy verdict. I went over that earlier, so please check out my video. Make sure you were thumbs up in this video. Hey, Chantel, I see you out there. What's up, everybody? Okay, I'm here to bring you the aftermath because a lot of stuff has gone down outside of the courtroom. It went down between the content creators, and it's just like, guys, why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just get along? I don't understand it. Hey, grown woman, I don't understand that. It is too hot to be beefing. Thumbs up this video, okay? So we're going to get into some of the aftermath of the verdict. The emotions is on high. I said this from the very beginning when I went on AT2's panel. Like, the emotions are all over the place at that courthouse. And you got to protect your neck, honey, out there, okay? And you just don't know who and what people's agendas are out there. So you got to be careful commingling with certain CCs and things like that. But shout out to all the content creators that are still out there and spent their money. Shout out to Mims. Shout out to Nika at Night. She was out there. Shout out to Ratchet TV. He was out there. Shout out to Lovely T. She was out there, boots on the ground. Okay, I saw her. I didn't know it was her when I was down there. It's definitely an experience going to the courthouse and seeing things live. I went on the days that Capricorn Clark and Mia's testimony started. So it's definitely high energy out there, but you know they out there acting a plum full. Okay, I'm talking people spraying baby oil everywhere. Okay, like you can't make this ish up. Okay, this is after the verdict. Please thumbs up the video. Yeah, here it is. That's the first thing that came up. Let me tell you, baby oil is the star of this trial. Okay, like I've never seen so many people obsessed with lubricants. It is crazy. Yeah, look, people was outside the courthouse squirting baby oil. And was shout out to Uda. I met him when he was out there. Great content creator. Okay. Yep. See, look. They was squirting baby oil. That's Armand. They was squirting the baby oil everywhere. All right. And so that was like the aftermath of the verdict, but still people's emotions was on high. A lot of people disagree with the verdict. And I have a question up there for everyone to answer. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if you want me to drop the link. I will drop the link. Okay. So this is when the verdict came down. No more freak offs. Diddy's lawyer assured judge that he will not contact escorts if released on bond. They started to plead his case on bond. They were trying to get him out today. All right. Yup, they was fighting hard. Like, they felt like they win. See, everybody feel like this is a loss. To me, it was a 50-50 split between the defense and the prosecution. All right. I felt like the prosecution did a very good job of presenting the case. I felt like the jury ignored a lot of the key evidence. All right. Forget about, put aside like the arson and stuff like that. Like they didn't directly prove that Diddy did that. Right. But what about the hanging people over balconies? What about the paying off security to hide evidence that he could have got convicted of? What about extorting Cassie's parents? Like, we just want to ignore all that happened, right? All right. It is what it is, right? And I just think the jury just really, really wanted to get out of there for the weekend. The jury is tired. The jury is tired. All right. Also, Christian Combs, and shout out to Neighborhood Talks and all my sources. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use. He wanted to do the Diddy dance outside of the courthouse.
Cheered today's verdict. Combs' son, Christian, telling ABC News how happy he is.
Hey, yo, we love y'all. We love everybody watching. So happy. Pop's coming home. God bless. God bless the whole world.
What was going through your head when the verdict was read? Happy.
So he breaks out and dance with his corny ass, okay? Like, he is so corny. You are weak sauce. You ain't ish. You Nepo baby without the Diddy daddy, okay? Funding your life. Stop it, because you cannot rap. People need to stop lying to you.
So happy. Pop's coming.
All right, so he is outside doing the Diddy bop. Janice Combs, she chose the right wig today, okay? So she's so happy. All right, she was in there waving their money thing. They feel so good. They done put the roots on the jury, okay? Thumbs up this video. They was just too confident that they was going to win, okay? You could think the Jack liar, right? All right. But Cassie said, "You my itch." Thumbs up this video. Cassie said, "You my itch. You will not have a freak off until I say so." Thumbs up this video. Cassie said, no, you want to get on your knees for this, ninja. Cassie wasn't playing with him. She tired and she fighting back. Thumbs up the video. Say what you want about Cassie, but she got the fight in her. We heard the audio recordings of her threatening that guy because he said he threatened to release her ex-tep, okay? And this is why Cassie lawyer been hanging around the courthouse the past couple of days, okay? Because he needs to see what his next move needs to be. So Cassie said, Diddler, not so fast, sir. Oh, you think it's over? You work for me now. You thought it was okay to harass me and request freak offs, and you know I done moved on with my new situation and everything. Cassie said, no, nigga. Shout out to Spiritual World, okay? So Cassie is opposing Sean Diddy Combs' release from federal custody. Diddler, you thought it was over. You thought you won. Fact is, you were found guilty on 2 federal charges. He is a convicted felon on 2 felony charges. And let's not mention, the world knows you like to order big black dick. I said it, okay? Your reputation is ruined, all right? And you forgot about the 13th juror on the jury. The judge who heard what? All of the testimony, right? Of all your violent incidents and things like that, okay? And let's not forget Mark Agnisclo. His closing arguments, all he kept saying is, we own the violence. We own it. We own the violence. But he's not charged with domestic, you know what? He's not charged with that. If that was the case, we would just plead guilty. No problem. But he's not charged with that. He is in love with BBD. He's a swinger. We own the violence, okay? Well, let's not forget, Jane Doe started it, okay? The last incident of DV between him and her. Neither one of them was right, all right? I ain't sitting up here trying to defend neither one of Jane Doe. If I saw a tape like that drop, the last thing I'm going to do is try to hit a ninja like that. Just dumb. Just stupid. Like, Jane Doe is the one that ruined this for the case for the prosecution. Because, like, the whole time she was testifying, I'm like, girl, what's going on? Girl, what's going on? He's still paying your rent? He paid for your lawyer? And then you get off the stand and hug Diddy's lawyers. Girl, what's going on? Girl, what's going on? Yeah, see, Diddy like I'm dumb. Diddy like I'm dumb. Just like her. Gina, he like I'm dumb. He like I'm real dumb. That way he could pass them around. You know what I'm saying? To all his BBDs. Yep. That's what's going on. All right. Anyway, so Cassie said, get over here. Get over here, Diddler. Not so fast. You're my bitch. You're my bitch now. Heat up the baby oil. Where's those hills? Put on this outfit. Diddler, you thought you was getting out? You thought you was getting out today. Cassie said, oh, hell no, bitch. Your ass is mine. Cassie attorney submitted a letter ASAP upon the verdict to the judge. Dear judge, we write as counsel for Cassandra Ventura, Miss Ventura, to respectfully request that the court deny Mr. Combs to be released pending his sentencing on his 2 convictions under statute, okay, they give the statute, pursuant to the Bail Reform Act. Detention is mandatory. Post-conviction, it's mandatory on these charges. And Ms. Ventura believes that Mr. Combs is likely to pose a danger to the victims who testified in the case, including herself, as well as to the community. We thank the court for its time and attention in this matter. Get over here, bitch. To all them people you snatched careers from. How it feel to get your life snatched? To all them people you degraded through the years. Made them get on their knees. How it feel? How it feel? How does it feel? Get over here, bitch. I still got you by the ball. Diddler, I still got you. Who the itch now, sucker? Cassie said, no, I still got you, ninja. You wanted to torment my life, extort my parents, threaten me on national TV after I left your punk ass, okay? Yeah, I left you for the trainer. You had a harem my whole relationship. Kim Porter, Daphne Joy. What's the other one? Gina Home. Yeah, like you have a harem. I can't. You damn real Cassie was dating other ninjas. I would have been too. What's good for the goose, got to be good for the gander. That's you. So that's my take on it. Cassie pulled the big one. Nigga, you thought you were going to get out? Hell no. There it is in black and white, right? And then as a result of that, Judge Sumerian, let me see, CNN. Let me go to CNN. The judge denies bail as he awaits sentencing. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what went down. Because Agnifilo was not ready. Yana. Okay, then we're going to get into all the drama that went down outside of the courthouse. Child. All right, so here's up into the letter. So, attorney for Dawn Richard calls Combs' verdict a disappointment. So was her testimony, but it is what it is. All right. From according to Mims, let me pull up Mims because he got the like last gist of it. Mims, shout out to you and your coverage. He kind of wrapped it up, blow by blow, what it was. But Diddy, it's not over. Also, I through Mims, I heard that Diddy's team suggested a very low amount in months on the sentencing, and the prosecution upped it. You'll hear Mims. Hold on, let me pull him up. Mims, fair use. Don't strike me, please. I just want to got a good summary. If you're not subscribed, which most of us are to Mims, please go over to subscribe to him. Thumbs up his video.
Roll down in the court. Oh, have a good one. Literally, nobody expected it. As soon as the judge said it, everybody, literally, including Diddy, thought that this man was going home right now. Like, no lie, no. Everybody thought that Diddy was going to be going home. That Diddy was going to be going home like right now. Hold on, we have one of my YouTube buddies. Okay. Tell the people, did you think he was getting bail?
Hello, everybody. No, I did not.
What? You didn't
I
think
didn't think he was. Well, you mean getting out today?
I thought he was going to.
No, because want to know why? I did at first.
I'm a little closer.
I did it. Hey, hello, everybody. I did at first. But then whenever I saw, who was it, Douglas Victor, Cassie's lawyer, say,
Yeah, I once I read that, I knew he wasn't getting out either. Shout out to BJ Investigate. She kept me up to date on all the trials, beat by beat. I appreciate her going boots to the ground. Shout out to her. Love her. She gets all the tea on the different trials because she has access to, what's that, Pacer and all that crap or whatever. But I love her perspective. She's fair and she don't take no shit. Okay. Thumbs up this video. Shout out to BJ and shout out to Mims.
it was mandatory. I was like, well, if it's mandatory, it's mandatory. And that was basically what the judge said. Like, he has no discretion at all. And he really, as you know, relied on the fact that, like, Diddy admitted to violence in the closing statement.
Countless times. He said, we own it. We own it. We own it.
He would have pled guilty. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, I know people disagree on whether he should get bail or not, but you know what I'm most surprised about is that the hearing's in October. The hearing is in October for the sentencing.
So, fix what? Everybody knows James. No, it's okay.
Sorry, not live.
Here we are live. Oh,
No, it's not.
oh, James.
There you go.
James, say hello to the people. Were you surprised they got bail? They can't see you.
Am I surprised? No, not really.
James?
I am, however, surprised that he did not get to go home. I think that even though they cited case law, his decision to keep him behind bars, specifically the prosecution's such a hard push, might have been racially pushed. And I think that race has been a major part of this trial. And I think that the fact that people...
I disagree. I do not, and as bad as people want to implement this into this case, I do not feel like race had anything to do with any part of this. This has everything to do with the choices and the decision that Diddy has chosen to make through the years. He's gotten away with so much. And how dare people start trying to put this is a culture in the industry that has been perpetuated over and over through the years that has been very exploitive of not only women, men, and artists. Correct? Right? And let's not forget, Diddy is not all he's chalked up to be. He's not really even an artist. He doesn't even have an album by himself. He's a whole bunch of fluff. And he can't do anything without partnering with someone else. This is the reason why he was stealing from artists from back in the day. Mace called him out for that. I was doing all the work, but this nigga was taking all the credit and making all the money. So I wish people stop. Because the first thing that nigga did when he got power, money, and influence was exploit his own people. Modern day slavery. So stop with the race card. I'm serious about that.
For acting like they just didn't know, or even worse, didn't care, says more about the prosecution and the blindness about race still in America with 3 Ks and no C than meets the eye.
James with his quick take. Also, me and James are going to be doing a podcast this weekend. So check. So
Okay, let me tell them bye. Thanks for having
All
me
right.
on. Love you, Minnie K. Bye.
bye.
Well, no, it doesn't really mean bye. It's just for me. Stay on for Mims.
So you're going. Okay,
Oh, press conference.
I'm not doing the press conference.
No, act Nicola and then about to talk.
I'm not doing that.
No,
No, I'm giving them exactly what's in the
right, you're
courtroom.
already in there.
Yeah,
Why
I
are
was
you
in the
here?
courtroom.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not.
gonna say the same stuff. You're right.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Love you, mean it.
All right, bye. Okay, guys. So it literally was a throwdown in the court. It was a throwdown in the court. We're gonna get to Diddy passing notes saying that he. Let's see. Okay. So Diddy walks into the court. You can see that everybody, their moods have shifted. The family is happy. They're hugging. The thought was, this man is leaving right now. That was the thought. That's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. The prosecution was somber as hell. They were all had their hands folded. They were texting. Nobody was happy. Diddy was literally going around hugging the defense attorneys that he liked. Like it was. So let's see.
Over 80% of women who tried Black Girl Vitamins said they saw positive health changes. Are you ready to feel better? Meet.
The judge comes in. He doesn't mince any words. Right away, he says the bail has been denied. He said the government correctly notes that detention is mandatory. Also, you heard from BJ. Wigdor, Diddy, Cassie's attorney had sent a letter earlier saying that detention was mandatory as well. He said it requires the defendant shows no risk of flight and no harm to any member of the community. He said this was not an out of the ordinary decision, as Diddy has exhibited many counts of violence. So at this point,
and let's not forget the reason why he was denied bail in the first place, and the reason why they apprehended him, because he was supposed to turn himself in. The reason why they apprehended him is because they found evidence of him tampering with witnesses, which we heard in Mia's testimony. He hasn't been moving like an innocent man. He's still guilty. Why don't people see this? He's guilty of 2 of the charges. It may not be the charges that we wanted, but he's still a convicted felon at the end of the day. And he has a propensity and a history going back to 1999 of tampering with witnesses. Exactly. So all that, like, people are living in La La Land. I swear, the Lulu. I will drop the link.
Diddy is now doing this to his attorneys. He's looking around to see exactly what the hell is going on, because I'm telling
he gave the Scooby Doo. Oh, you don't have as much power and influence as you thought, big man.
This man thought he was getting out of jail today. The hotel was probably already booked.
Cassie said, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. Diddy and King Combs, congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's Cassie, bitch. I hope Cassie still dropped the book. Drop the book, Cassie. Drop the book. We'll have a live reading over here.
Today, the freak off, the Tucci. The Tucci was on order today, allegedly. I'm just saying. Diddy had, like, he then says the court disagrees with the defense, and the court rejects the defense's bail proposition. Everybody is now, like, quietly whispering to one another, even though we're supposed to be quiet. Diddy's family was all smiles. Now they're looking around. He said prior to the trial, we had already denied bail. And he said the defense conceded that Diddy was, the defense conceded it happened. We own the violence. He was going through every instance.
Diddy, your defense help. Drop kick that ass. Diddy thought he was getting out to get a freak of a hotel night to say. Cassie said, hell no, bitch, you mine. Take that, take that, take that. Take that, take that, take that. So although people think it's a loss, it's actually a win. I'm highlighting this stuff.
That the defense had said in trial, in closing, that this man was violent. It happened. We own it. We own it. If he was charged with DV, we would have. If he was charged with DV, we would have already pled guilty, but that's not his charge. Then they cited the whole hotel incident.
I'm just saying.
And then he quoted Mark.
That's him in the flesh of what he's capable of. That video will not go away. Did he like, damn, man. Damn, I ain't pay enough. Damn. Couldn't buy your way out of this one. That tape came back to haunt you.
Again, he said, imagine what it was like. That was horrible for Cassie and her parents. Then he noted Cassie's domestic violence posting.
The number one food for regular BMs, huh? Okay, let's see.
He said that the man was he has unpredictable bouts of anger and a propensity for violence. He said, contrary to the defense suggestions that he is trustworthy, he is violent. He kept reiterating that. He said, but don't, this court takes no position on the sentencing based on what he's saying right now. So this was interesting. So the defense offered their guidelines for sentencing, and they said anywhere between 21 to 27 months. Guys, he's already done 10 months. The government suggests that he get 51 to 63 months, and that is the standard. Although this is not a victory like so many people wanted, this is not the OJ verdict. This man will be doing at least some time. Let's see. He did suggest that if the defense wants, they can attempt to expedite the process. The prosecution had no issue with that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is why I love being in the overflow. You can clearly see Diddy's face and the concern on his face. Now he's looking all around. All right. He then says that Comey already has her statute book out, and she says, "I do, Your Honor." And she starts quoting the different statutes. Although Comey was upset at the verdict, Comey was ready. So Mark does his normal thing. I call him like disarm and charm. He's stuttering. Mark is now stuttering through everything to try to, even though the judge's decision is final, Mark is going to try to talk his way into bail. He says, if you review the Mann Act, this is nothing like that. Usually there's a pimp that has made millions of dollars. We do not see that in this case. Again, he's stuttering. What was that song? Stuttering. He says, I understand that there's not a glimmer of light coming from the court. So again, that's disarm and charm. You're trying to make the judge laugh. You're trying to see if there's anything that you can do to get Diddy out today. Because I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they promised him. Let me see. He says we're still requesting a below normal sentencing. And then he starts giving multiple examples. U.S. versus Lynn, which was a massage parlor that made millions off of prostitution. A man who was dating or sleeping with an underage person. The Brenner's Club, which was basically an escort club that a governor had used. I don't really know. That was extremely erroneous to me, but okay. A man sleeping with a minor. It was a lot of BS. But at this point, he's doing anything that he can to get Diddy bail. Let me see. Again, I just put Marcus stuttering. He starts kissing ass. He says, I know we have a Mann Act conviction, but I also know that Your Honor worked really, really hard during this trial. What? He says since 2018, there was only one instance of violence with Diddy, and that was only him defending himself against Jay.
Hey, Natty.
Hey,
Let
what's
me
going
just.
on? What are your thoughts? How do you feel about the verdict?
I am so upset.
You are.
This verdict set women's rights back
Mm.
100 damn years. Men still think that they can do what they want to us and get away with it. And I'm sorry, That's how I feel. A lot of people don't agree with that. But Nadi, I'm 71 years old. I've seen this struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
I
it's
don't
gonna
want
make
to see
victims
it
not want to
again.
come forward.
Exactly. They're always saying in great cases that they don't have enough evidence because women don't come forward. This is the reason why. We're
Right.
never believed.
Right. Right.
We're always the aggressor. It's never the man.
I mean, just the videotape of him beating Cassie between the washer and the dryer because she was trying to leave a freak off was enough to say there was some force there. And it's just sad. I think Jane Doe is the one that kind of mixed it up, because although she was saying he was forcing her to do these things, at the same time she's like, but I love him.
Exactly.
I love him. And it's just like, women, we got to learn to stand in our worth on some real. Like, how much is a lifestyle worth to you? And I can tell you from my personal opinion, from the very beginning, Jane Doe's credibility was shot. And let me explain myself, okay? Because I'm not
Hmm.
saying that she wasn't a victim or anything like that.
No,
From
I
the
know that.
moment the prosecution started her testimony, like, how did you know, Sean, or whatever? And she said, well, he was dating one of my friends, right? And so then she turned around, well, my friend went on to get married. So then I started dealing with him. Her credibility right there was shot to me, because, like, how you gonna do that to your friend? Whether she got married or not, why you want your friend leftovers? And so it just goes to show, um, I hate to say it, the gold digging culture that surrounds these type of men, right? And it's all
Absolutely.
good until it's not, right? Until you caught up
Yes.
and having to be at this man's beck and call, because you have now made yourself become dependent on him. And with all these entities out there, and if you were in those circles, because it wasn't just Diddy she was around another rapper, right? There's
Exactly.
so many ways for you to get money without having to sell your soul.
You know, I think about Jane and I think about how little she thinks of her own self worth.
That's so
She
true.
has no self worth. You know, first of all, I'm old school. We don't play in our girlfriends' backyards, if you know what I mean. We just don't
Right.
do that.
Girl
We don't
code.
do that, and so you and I are friends, and you were dating somebody. Y'all broke up.
Hey,
I
AT.
ain't playing in your backyard, sis. I'm going to the playground and find somebody else. You know, that's very low self esteem.
Absolutely. And she already had a baby by a famous rapper. Okay. Like,
Exactly. So what are you doing? This lifestyle is nothing new to you.
exactly. Exactly. So I think that made a lot of her testimony made her not believable in a lot of ways,
It did.
and then the fact that her jealousy was on, I feel like was up at the stand, because that's all we heard about. And then when Cassie dropped her lawsuit and she realized that's what he had her involved with, that's when her anger really came. All right,
Yeah.
and she struck Diddy first. Ain't no way after a lawsuit like that drop that I'm putting my hands on that man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get far away from him, and I get like Stockholm syndrome and things like that. I've been a victim of abuse and things like that. I get all of that. But you had to wonder what her intentions were, and I think that's why Gina Hahn decided opted to bail. Okay, on the
And
testimony
look, nobody could find Gina. How did
until
TMZ find her in the daggone parking lot at Whole Foods getting in a Mercedes? Nobody could find Gina.
nobody. And now she out here talking about some Diddy was never dangerous to me. And you got Tasha K revealing like the only reason why she did that interview is because Diddy cut her off before
Exactly. She was getting paid.
she was getting paid. And that sets a very low precedent. You know what I mean? When it comes Is it fair? No, it's not fair. But women, we got to learn to stand in our worth a lot more. Seriously, you know what I mean? So that we could drive this narrative a little more. Because it's sad, because a lot of victims are scared right now.
I would be if I was a victim.
Right.
And walking these streets where I live in PA, I could be a victim.
Do you feel like the jury like ignored a lot of substantial evidence?
I definitely do.
I
I
agree.
definitely do. I mean, because as an outsider, I wasn't on a jury. I have been on juries. I was on a jury trial for a Merc one time, okay? I feared if I didn't give the right opinion where this person would be locked away so that there no harm could come to anybody else, what was to stop him from coming after the jurors?
Exactly. What was to stop him?
What was it?
I mean,
I
before
mean,
he even got to trial, he was tampering with witnesses. I mean, come on.
exactly. He was tampering with witnesses and he was having a field day doing it.
And he was not acting like an innocent man. I'm sorry. And I just also want to speak to this, and I want to hear your thoughts, grown woman, on this. This is not a race thing for me.
No.
This is not a race thing. This is a rich man's playground thing for me. The good old boys club. We can
You
do
know
what we
what?
want.
But do you know what the race thing is for me?
What's
The
that?
race thing for me is it's black on black crime.
Period.
Black men are abusing black women at an alarming rate, and they're not being held to the fire. That's the racist I see. We are our own racists.
We're our own enemies. Crabs in the barrel mentality.
Yes, I mean, I
That's the
just feel
fact.
so bad.
That's the fact.
This hurt me so bad because I have daughters. I have a daughter. I have granddaughters. I have great granddaughters. What are you telling my granddaughter, my great granddaughters? What are you telling them? So if this ninja beats you between the washer and dryer, throw you off the bridge somewhere, you don't tell.
And women, we have to stop taking these abuses. We have to start speaking up in the moment and holding people accountable and holding people's secrets, because secrets creates more victims. And this is a classic case. Look at how many. Not only did he lay hands on Cassie, he laid on hand on her friends, anyone surrounding her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody that he thought was going to aid her, he laid hands on them.
Period.
And to these men that were outside this courthouse, dancing and chanting and carrying on, put your mother in that woman's place. Put your sister in that woman's place. Put your daughter in that woman's place. See how you would feel.
Exactly. And I also wanted to say this, a cautionary tale to Diddy's daughters. They're going to have to wisen up, because just like your father lined up many of women to get them in this freak offs, don't think it can't happen to you out of vengeance.
Listen, somebody might get him.
He got 4 girls.
That's right.
And that type of thing tend to come back, and you'll be like, I don't know why, what happened, this and that. And it's a result of paying for your father's sins. Am I saying it's right? No, but I'm saying it happens. This is a very vengeful world that we live in.
And not only is it vengeful, but this is, and in all my years, I've never seen such ignorance. I really haven't. Where you just feel like because he's a multi-million-dollar megastar, that gives him carte blanche. It don't. He pull his pants on the same way every other man do, one leg at a time. He's no better. I honestly feel sorry for his daughters. I really do. Because at some point, they're going to come across a Diddy. I pray that they don't. Because as the years progress, the violence gets worse.
Seriously. And you know, life has a way of catching up to you. Just like he thought that tape would go away and it would never come back and it'd be secret. Look,
He paid dearly for it too, right?
look. But people are outside of the courtroom acting a plum, full grown woman, okay? Shout out to Tough News TV. This falls under fair use. Okay. Now the content creators are going at each other, and it's just like, for what? It's too hot for this. For what? Okay. A lot of people have an axe to grind with Tisa Tells. A lot of people feel like she lies and things like that. Look, she can't her channel came up off this Diddy stuff. She got a lot of guest appearances on news outlets. So congratulations to her for working so hard, right?
Absolutely. I don't think she would cried. I just think Tisa is so passionate about what she does.
She gets definitely overzealous. I can tell that, but
That's true.
I've seen worse content creators and content creators do worse things. And I just really feel like people need to learn to show each other a little bit of grace. Anybody can make a mistake, anybody can misspeak. That can happen with me. You understand? Or whatever. But do we have to do like this whole mob of people running up on her talking about, oh, you lie. Here, let me show you what happened outside of the courthouse.
God, they about to come over here and start with this lady. They about to come over here and start with this lady. They look. They, oh my, they about to come over here and start with this lady.
Is that who I think it is?
Yeah. Look, she running. Look. Look.
Platform to gain more followers and money. You lied to your whole platform to gain money. You lied to everybody to gain money. Are you gonna give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
Oh my God.
So this is Armand taping it. This is Ratchet TV, and Tisa Tells is back there in the burgundy, surrounded by the gate. She has security, but she's the sweetest person. I met her briefly in person, and she was very kind to me. And I just think, like, we have to do better, people. We have to do better.
Ciao.
You're the mad one. Bro, me, bro? You think I'm broke?
Oh,
Armand Michaels.
You ain't gonna put a finger on me. I'm not touching nobody. I'm not in harm of you. I'm not even looking 6 feet at you. You're a liar. You are a liar, Tisa.
What?
Liar, Tisa. They told us that is a liar.
They saying that Tisa said. They saying that.
And she's working.
That right there. How would y'all know she's being paid by the prosecution?
Exactly.
How would y'all really know? And this is how far YouTubers would go to spin a narrative and go viral. I ain't never this desperate for no clicks or no views, but it's entertainment. Fair use.
For the prosecution. She was paid by the prosecution. She's a federal informant, and she was paid by the prosecution to tell lies.
I don't believe these people.
Here's how women are able to earn $1,000 in 30 days by sending messages on their phone.
Why? Why did we have to mob around her?
Right. Another black woman we want to control.
Grown women, what you say? I heard another black woman.
We want to control.
Period. Period. Perfect example of what the atmosphere is at the courthouse, the energy that's there.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Ain't none of this fun.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Gained your momentum off the Diddy case and the lies you told. You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize to her family for lying.
She also lied on Jonathan Majors
and Sheila Robinson.
She hates black men.
She hates black people.
And look at all the cameras.
They don't like black
this is very uncomfortable for her. It's a lot going on. And every agency. Child, and I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing you the news. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you guys wanted me to do. They said, "Why is she behind the fence, girl?" You better. You see, I'm not gonna say nothing. But girl,
I'm gone. All them damn lies you told me.
you know what it gives, girl. When certain people have privileges, that's just what it gives. But I ain't no hater. No tea. But girl, certain people can just do certain things and other people can't. It's no shade. But I ain't pressed. I'm just here.
You another Cassie Ventura. I had to do it, Mom.
You had to do that? It was eating at you.
It was eating. Now, for out here doing all that line, I'll be doing the same thing to him. Who else is lying? Point me in the direction of another line. She's sweating over there because she knows she did all that. I ain't gonna call me broke. Girl, I got more money in my bank account than you. Stop playing with me.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Tisa making a coin now.
She is. And that's why y'all hating on her. Let's
I'm
just keep it
surprised.
real.
I'm surprised at Armand. I really am.
You are. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because in one part of that, he alluded to that he agreed with this idiot that was talking trash.
Great perspective.
That's what I saw. Now, maybe I'm
Good
wrong.
old boys club. They always team up in one way or
They do, yes. I just, oof.
But it's pure mayhem. And according to Neek at night, this started brewing in the overflow room in the courthouse. Some words were exchanged, and that's probably why he felt the need to come out to try to embarrass her. But you just brought more attention to her.
And more negative attention to yourself.
Period. Like, cause it's just like, people misspeak all the time. Like, just like when Jonathan Odie's picture was shown in the courthouse, Tisa ran out the courthouse. She was like, "Oh my God, you guys, I think Jonathan Odie's going to testify." She just gets very overzealous. You know what I mean? And she was the first one to bring out Jonathan Odie, right? If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have even known anything about it. She was the first one to let us know that the grand jury was convening to figure out if they're going to indict Diddy. So she did a lot of first. Now, did she misspeak along the way? I'm sure she has. Why? Because she's human, and humans make mistakes. Okay,
we all make.
I would like to see Ratchet TV show me his pure heavenly platform where he has never done anything or lied for clicks or views, and I just feel like that whole scene that he pulled was for clicks and views.
Don't hold your breath waiting, okay?
She ain't have to be done like that. Nobody gonna admit they wrong. And what was more disappointing was the sister that was out there, which was coming up. Let me show y'all. She was out there driving the knife in deeper. That's how I put it. Like, really? Like, you just couldn't even just be like, girl, this shit, you know what I mean? Like,
in 8 weeks, she making a coin. I ain't gonna lie.
She making a coin. You seen my bread too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't broke.
Okay. See, I'm not gonna do that. Get away from me.
Oh. It's get away from me, but you all up in it. Armand.
That's why I'm so surprised.
He all up in it. Because you ain't had that same energy for the nuts.
Look. Now, what do you feel about this?
You a liar, Tisa.
I know she's a liar. Who lied? She called me a drowning rat because I'm dark skinned. She's a whole colorist. She doesn't like black men. Every black man's always guilty for any evidence.
Ma'am, you're not dark skinned. This is chocolate, honey. Let me just show you an example. Let me put my ring light. This is chocolate, honey. You're not that dark skinned, honey. Stop it. You lying.
Look how she talking about Jonathan Majors and making good, saying her relationship was a sham and a scam and all of that.
We all thought that. We all thought that Megan Good and Jonathan Majors' relationship was a scam. Okay, because he was into clear women before her. And he on that tape telling that clear woman to be Coretta Scott King. And then he pops up with one of us when he in hot water. But when he was at the top of his game, he didn't want to be bothered with us. This is chocolate, honey. This is chocolate for your ass. Melting all over it. You fair skin, honey. I hate to tell you. You more red bone than anything.
It's just a whole low down liar. And you already know that she lied about Kanye West. About to give her an exclusive interview.
Girl.
See Kanye. Talk about he was in the courtroom. He was not in the courtroom. He was in a private overflow room, just like I reported. He does not have integrity and tell the truth. And she's a liar. Why, wig?
Oh,
That's right.
Oh, this is so pretty.
So that's what was disappointing. Like the black woman joined in. Wow, you hating. You hating. They all out there hating. The courthouse is lit. Let me tell you, outside the courthouse, that's where it's at. That's where all the action at. I'm telling you. That's where the action is at. So, you guys, for just joining, okay? Diddy was denied bail. Why? Because he's Cassie's bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cassie said you will not have a freak off until I say so. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So as soon as the verdict went down, Cassie lawyer submitted a letter like, Judge, let me remind you, once a person is convicted under the Mann Act, it is mandatory, no bond. And the diddler thought he was getting out. And the judge said, no, sir, bond denied. So he has been scheduled for October the 3rd to get sentenced. Now, the defense gave a sentencing recommendation. Of course, they lowballed it. It was like something like 21 months or something like that. And the prosecutor's like, we want 63, which comes out to about 5 years. Okay. Cassie said, not so fast, diddler. I ain't done with you. I ain't done with you yet. For all them years, you will pay. All them years you forced me, beat me down between the washer and dryer, embarrass me, and give me no career. Because she couldn't sing. I mean, let's just hear it. She couldn't sing. Diddy made a bad investment, and that's why he started passing her around. Okay? Y'all all seen that 106 in Park performance. Okay? Like, come on. Cassie's no Whitney. She just got the look. She cute and stuff like that. Yeah, take that. Cassie said, take that, take that, take that. Thought you was getting bail. Ninja. All I gotta do is write a letter. Now that's power. So he will be remanded until his sentencing day, October 3rd. All right. And the judge, when he was talking about the denial of the bail, he highlighted, like, the defendant is a violent man. I mean, he admitted it. Mark Agnafilo, the violence, we own that, but he's not being charged with DV. We would have pleaded guilty. Well, here's your chance. You owned all your violence. And let's not forget, you tampered with witnesses prior to even getting to this point. That's why you were denied bail in the first place. Remanded, denied. Cassie said, take that, take that, take that. Y'all thought it was over, okay? And to all of my people out there who are disappointed in a verdict, let me just break it down for you like this. To me, the verdict was a 50-50 split between the defense and the prosecution, right? Although he was found not guilty on the more serious charges, he was still found guilty on 2, which both carry a maximum sentence of 10 years, okay? So right now, we're at the point where he has been tried. He's actually convicted of 2 felonies, all right? and he faces a maximum of 20 years, depending on how the judge wants to sentence him. It's up to the judge, okay? And we all know he likes BBD, big black dick, and applesauce on his cheeseburgers. And he likes to play in men's semen after they run a train on his girl of choice at the moment. We also know that Young Miami has never lied in this whole process. Her and Gina on Twitter arguing. Gina, you a eater, hoe. If I tell Diddy to call you over here to eat, you want to get on them knees, hoe. All right? She ain't never lied. Carisha also said on Jason Lee, I'm a whore. He said, what? I'm a whore. She ain't tell no lies. Carisha was down with the free calls. She was down getting past it. She was down with that whole thing. That's all she was trying to get the diddler to commit. But then he knew what was going on, okay? He didn't get her caught up too much. She wasn't called in this case. But Young Miami ain't lied. She was down. She was a yacht girl. So this is what we know. We also know the diddler's reputation is ruined, okay? Any major brands are not going to deal with him. You want to know why? Because once he gets in his ego and he feels like he made you enough money, even though he made just as much money with you, he's going to pull the race card, okay? He's tried it several times through his trial. I don't want to hear nobody talk about race. Diddy tried it, okay? Even when they tried to dismiss juror number 6, he tried to pull the race card because he was black. It doesn't matter that he's lying about where he lives. Like, he could be not even a resident of New York, all right? And you're here on this trial. What the hell? Okay, this is not about race. And anybody who tries to perpetuate that narrative is ignorant as fuck. They ignorant as fuck. All right? So these are the facts, okay? They gonna buck wild outside of the courthouse. Emotions are high. People are upset at the verdict because they don't feel like it was enough. And then other people are feeling like he's free. He's not a free man. You're delusional if you think that. And Cassie had to remind y'all who started this whole shit in the first place. Think what you want about me. I got my bag and I got that ninja locked the fuck up, okay? And I say, no bell. Now, take that, diddler. Get your corny ass sons out of here, they bitch asses, okay? Like, outside Diddy bopping. You goofball. Look so stupid. Don't none of y'all care about what happened to your mother? Idiots. So that's what we know, okay? He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Diddy ain't going nowhere. He just got stopped now. It's bad boy for life. I don't care what nobody say. I stand on business from the very beginning. I said prostitution is illegal and transporting them is ex-trafficking. Now, how they came up with the verdict of charging him with just the prostitution and not the ex-trafficking behooves me, okay? Like, because it's all this one and the same, if you ask me. It's all one and the same. Like, I love you all for joining me. I just wanted to do this final wrap up. Thank you to all the content creators that are out there giving a commentary, because this was a lot. This was emotional. The trial and everything. And yeah, the diddler's gonna spend the 4th of July in Brooklyn. He comfortable though, because let me tell you something. I know somebody that was up in there. They said Diddy all right. And you can't even be out of state up in there. Them New York ninjas, they got it on lock in there. So he good. That's why he was getting phones and everything from the beginning. Like, oh, thank you so much. Shout out to Mickey Made It. Thank you for catching the live. Yes, Miss Amy. Bell denied. Okay, Cassie had to pull out that one last card to let him know and remind him who own you. Who your mama? Who's the master diddler? Who's the master? And it's Cassie. Cassie. Cassie is running the show now. So say what you want. Cassie, them other victims dumb because Cassie, she walked away with the bag, got him locked up, and now she controlling whether he get out or not. Thank you so much. Much love forever. I appreciate all of y'all. It's so hot. Or whatever. I did go to the dentist. I have a fractured tooth. So I gotta go see an endocrinologist or whatever to figure out what the next steps are. But this has never happened to me. Like not right here. Like my bottom molars, that broke, but this was something different. But make sure you stay up on all your cleanings and things like that. But certain things are beyond your control. But for now, Naughty Crew, the diddler ain't going nowhere. The diddler ain't going nowhere because it's bad for bad boy for what? Nothing. The bad boy is locked down. Shut down. It's over for now. It's over. It's over. The YouTubers are acting a plum fool. Hold on. Let me see if I got any other updates from you. For you. Oh, mad people are speaking out now. All right. Let's start with DJ Blood. Ciao. Hey, Tara. You know, everybody got something to say. We're going to get everybody's opinions up in here, okay? DJ Vlad. Shout out to Spiritual World. We don't even like this guy. We don't like him. All right. We'll entertain it briefly. He says Cassie is guilty of the same prostitution charges Diddy was just convicted of. I interviewed 3 of the male escorts, and all 3 of them said the same thing. Cassie picked them, contacted them for freak-offs, enjoyed the experience, and paid them. So nobody can believe that Diddy set it up that way on purpose. So things wouldn't trace back to him. So then he says, meanwhile, she's sitting on $30 million and she earned it. And writing letters to the judge asking him not to give Diddy bail. That's right. That's what happens when a woman is fed up. That's what happens. Yup. And she got an extra 10 from the Intercontinental Hotel, as she should. Because they should have reported what happened. Oh, thank you, Tara. I appreciate you. Yeah. Get out of here, male chauvinist. We don't like you anyway. All right. Let's go into the next ignorant commentary. Boosie Badass. Here we go.
I'm glad Diddy free, bro. You know, the reason is because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. Like, and I'm tired of seeing us.
So stop doing the fuck shit. How about that? Stop mistreating people and exploiting people for their talents. How about these niggas don't never want to hold each other accountable? That shit pisses me off.
Us black people go against us black moguls like that.
Because the first thing y'all do when y'all become a mogul, which I don't even consider Boosie a mogul like that. I don't have none of his music. First thing y'all mofos do when y'all get influence and power is exploit your own people. Let's talk about it. See, I don't like mofos who don't keep it real. Like this, keep it real for real.
And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man.
It was protesters for Diddy. Who you talking about? See, it's all lies, Naughty Crew. It's all lies. It's all lies. When I was there was free puff t-shirts everywhere. Even 50 Cent got his piece. You know 50 Cent trolled the situation, but what are you talking about, Bootsy? I can respect you more if you want to
Best friend.
Hold that up for me and kind of explain why you're giving those out. What made you want to do that?
Honestly, the shirt is self-explanatory, right? So he's in here for doing this, right? But they're trying to make you think that he's in there for this. A Frico is not a Rico. What you're doing in your own bedroom is not against the law, right? He's making porn tapes with his girlfriend, consenting porn tapes. Now, some people might call it, oh, that's immoral. Well, a lot of stuff that we do is you're not gonna like. I'm not gonna like some things that you do, but it's my personal business, right? So for example, I have a transgender child, right? My child is going from male to female. I'm a single dad raising my transgender, right? You got some people that will say, well, how can you, that's my child. My love don't have an expiration date.
Is Diddy supportive of your child too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the best friend.
Hold that up for me and kind of explain why you're giving those out. What made you want to?
Okay, don't tell me it wasn't no Diddy supporters, protesters out there. It was Free Puff t-shirts everywhere. His son got put out the courtroom for Free Puff. See, this is what I don't have time for. Ignorant, slow people that really haven't been following the case and ain't cared until now because they know they're going to go viral.
Man, I'm so glad Diddy free, bro.
He's not free.
You know, the reason is
you sound dumb. You sound stupid. He's not free.
because I'm tired of seeing us black moguls get took down like that, bro. Like, and I'm tired of seeing us black people go against us black moguls like that. And I feel like if Diddy was a white man who done all this shit for people, you know, I know he ain't paid people, but if he done all this shit for hip hop, if he was white, they would have had so many white people out there protesting for this man losing his life behind a relationship, you know. And people always Boosie was on Diddy's side. Nah, it ain't that. It's because I'm thinking about seven children. Y'all thinking about one person.
All his kids are grown except one. Baby Love, who he had for publicity. Can we stop? His kids are grown.
I'm thinking about these 7 kids who been in my kids' position. Not knowing if your daddy gonna come home or not is a burden on the child. So all y'all was like, no, I'm thinking about.
Shut up, Bootsy. Shut up. I'm still wondering if you snitched. To be quite honest, I'm still wondering if you snitched, and that's how you got out on your own. You want to go? You want to talk about it? Yeah. Young, black, and famous with money hanging out the air. Sorry, this is Ray J, dumbass, playing music. All right, so that's his response. Funk Flex. Let's hear what this misogynist has to say. I think Cassie has been through a lot, especially at a young age. She is such a nice person and always gave off good energy. I hope her and her family overcome all of the pain they are going through. The entertainment business is a dangerous environment that everyone is not built for. I do think you and your lawyers should give it a rest. You threatened to drop a book, then got paid out to not drop the book. And if you cared so much to get your message out, you would have dropped the book. I get it. It's a case. You had to testify. You 30 mile up and 10 mile up from hotel. You plan this lick. Please don't be mad at me, but I don't see you as a victim. You was young. Diddy made bad choices, and you made bad choices. When do you plan to teach? When do you plan to teach girls not to make the same mistakes you made? Just my opinion. Can y'all respect it? Right. Ray J is definitely a clown. And Ray J, he played both sides for me. Cassie, I believe you. I love you. Your strength is a beacon forever. Survivor. Kesha. Because a lot of women are exploded. Lunel. So, ladies, we're dead in the water. People are cheering for this nasty man devil. Nobody, and I mean nobody, cares about what men do to women. It's sad as to me. All his enablers and helpers, they just get to skip away scot free, hurry, run, and get your baby oil and let the freak offs begin again. Lou now. I think that was a good way of putting it. Women never heard, especially in industries like this. Shout out to the Shade Room for capturing all of that. Now, also, Kim Porter's best friend spoke out because as part of the Bell hearing, Mark Agnifilo was so desperate. He was like, Judge, look at his girls. They lost their mother. Why are you still trying to clout chase Kim Porter? You and Albie Shore are the worst. Let that woman rest. Let that woman rest. Shout out to Spiritual World. So this is Ebony Electra. This is Kim Porter's best friend. She posted opinions. We are all entitled to them. Mistakes, we all make them. Judging, we all do it. Gossip, we are all guilty of it. She said God's will is higher than any opinion, mistake, judgment, or gossip. If this is God's will for Puff Diddy, then that's his will. In the end, what we think does not compare to his will. Who are we to judge? That's God's job. It's all in his hands. You never know. At the end of the day, right now, actually, that sounds all prim and proper and but it's actually in the judge's hands, and Cassie got him by the balls. Yes! Thumbs up this video. Girl, don't you have any empathy for your friend? What he did to your friend? And of course, Tiny, Tip and Tiny, because, they're freaky too. They're part of the swingers lifestyle too. Tip like girls to suck on his big toe. Yep. Mm-hmm. Major girls say, yeah, people want to charge you so bad for being freaky is nasty word. Girl. There's rules to the shit, and you know it, major girl. Can't force people into that stuff. Mm-hmm. Woo! Judge Mathis also spoke out. Okay, I guess he on his high wars because his wife decided to take him back. Mm-hmm. I guess he fought enough for his marriage, so he feeling confident out here in these streets. Yes.
You know that Sean Diddy Combs has been convicted of interstate transportation of prostitutes, two counts, and has been denied bail. Although I really am concerned about the assaults against the women, particularly disrespecting Black women as such, we must go with what he has been convicted of and respect the jury. And as I had predicted, he should be convicted after hearing and closing arguments of only the 2 counts of interstate transportation of prostitutes. We'll see in the future. Listen to us this next week on the Mathis verdict as we'll talk about the entire case and the sentencing. The sentencing guideline for a first-time offender is 21 months to 27 months for each count. We'll see whether they're consecutive, whether they're concurrent, or if he deviates from that first-time offender assessment or sentence, if you will. Stay tuned.
Okay, I thought that was very good information. Okay. The minimum, 21 months on each count. All right. And of course, I'm going to end the show here. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up and sound off and give their feelings on the verdict. I would love to hear from you guys. A lot of people were upset. His corny ass kids was outside the courthouse doing push-ups and shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. That's the one that just dropped the album. Mm-mm. It's a no for me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't nobody got time for that. But yeah, but we gonna end the show with 50, my favorite troll. Because I knew he was gonna come out here with something. Get up here, 50. Get up here. Get up here. All right, and I'll be back tomorrow because I want to get into Krishan Rock and Tia Kim because I think it's hilarious. Here we go. All right, this is what 50 posted right after the verdict came down. He said, Diddy beat the Rico. That boy a bad man. He like the gay John Gotti. Yes. If you don't know the history of John Gotti, he was really, really famous for beating the feds on the Rico. Okay. Good old 50 Cent. He said, I'ma troll it. So I can't wait because we should be getting 50 Cent's documentary on Netflix. Diddy. Do we not? Yes. Yes. Okay. So yeah, way to round it up, 50. And I respect you getting your coin from your free puff t-shirt. He's paying people $20 an hour to wear free puff t-shirts. Ridiculous. Okay. He was just trying to use the media to win over public opinion, and it looks like on this case, the jury was split. You know, he had half the jury to me, and you know, Diddler, you getting closer and closer to life in prison. Will you learn your lesson? Will you learn how to really be an upstanding citizen for real? Be the person you are in public behind closed doors? Will you ever learn your lesson? Will this experience humble your ass to the point that you will not order big black dick through the mail anymore? Will he learn his lesson, Naughty Crew? Like I said, we know it all now. We know that he like applesauce on cheeseburgers. We know he like BBD, big black dick. He ain't never once ordered a female escort. Find that strange? Looks like you're out the closet now, Diddler. We found out you love to rub men's semen on your nipples. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Yes. We learned that you love to dig your little Tootsie Roll all up in it after they finish running a train on the slut of the night. Yes, we found out it all. We know everything. We know everything now. And I'll leave you with that. Cassie, good job. Way to keep one in the chamber on this mofo. Seriously. Oh, you thought you were going to go home. Take that. Love you all. Thumbs up this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.